Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we're going to be reviewing Wasp's new uniform from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And although this uniform is not really going to knock people's socks off compared to Ant-Man and what's his name, MODOK, on the other hand, I did just one-shot Stage 9. Now it is with double support, but I'm not using a damage proc. I'm using a CTP of Authority. Okay. So it's pretty nice to see how much burst damage she has with this uniform, and it's a big upgrade for her for PvE, despite the fact that you're probably not going to use her for PvE because let's be real, there are better options. However, we're going to focus on what she does well rather than the fact that she's not meta, because meta chasing in this game becomes a very depressing game after 7+ years. So you start off with 3 cancel. And then you... Okay, it's actually pretty satisfying to see the bars just melt, okay? So you do 3 delayed cancel, and then you go into 4 cancel 5, and she just nukes. So yeah, it's kind of fun. Despite what I said about her not being meta, it's pretty fun. They clearly made her a lot better this time around for PvE, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty now. But I just wanted to give you that showcase while pairing it with the reality, the sobering reality that, you know, there's Blue Dragon, there's Storm, there are clear better options. I mean, probably Sharon Rogers does more damage than Wasp, let's be real, despite having much worse survivability. It's just the female blast class, especially female blast heroes, is such a stacked class. It's still such a stacked class, and it'll continue to be, right, as some of these characters get uniforms and quote unquote catch up, right? Unless your name is like Quake or something like that, you're probably when you're getting a new uniform, it's probably never going to be good enough. But yeah, for Wasp here, we have 1 Odin's Blessing just because I was feeling frisky, and then we got a bunch of 4 and 6-star Uru, nothing too special here. As far as her passives go with this new uniform, like, they gave her a lot of meta abilities like a damage proc, a damage buff, accumulation. They also gave her a lot of all defense down, which could make her good for like newer accounts. She has, I believe, 50% all defense down on her first and 4th skill. So you've got there on the 4th skill, and then you've got there on the 1st skill. Actually, it's 40% and 50%. But yeah, she's got quite a bit of all defense down. But as far as the passives go, like, they did well with her active skills. They gave her super armor, all defense. But as far as her active skill, or her passive skills rather, they didn't do very much. It's pretty disappointing, and that's really where I think she falls flat. She retains the PvP debuff removal, debuff cleanse. She has 15% chain hit, which hardly seems like it's good enough for a passive on its own, but hey. And then she gives all allies 20% HP. So really, like, 2 of her passives are for PvP, despite the fact that she's not for PvP, right? No iframe ignore, no guard break immunity, no like reflect or counterattack, or, you know, any of that stuff. None of those things that we kind of need now for every PvP meta. Like, you cannot point to a PvP meta nowadays that doesn't have at least 1, if not 2 of those things. You kind of need 2. 1 is not really enough. You can include Revive in that list as well, and Wasp doesn't have any of them. So I feel like the design here was just very poorly executed on the devs' part. If they were gonna move her to PvE, which I honestly think that's what they did, then they should have just changed her passive, right? They should have bit the bullet, been like, you know what, this is gonna upset or confuse some players, but this is what we're doing now. They could have made Wasp a lead or a support for all of the Ant-Man characters. Like, we talked about this, there's Giant Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket, Ant-Man, Cassie, and Wasp. That's 7 characters. That's a lot of characters, and they could have given them all the ability tag Quantumania, or whatever you want to call it, Pim particles. Like, they could have made a new ability. They've really missed the mark, in my opinion, with making this update feel more cohesive, because instead of having a very cohesive uniform or a very cohesive update like I just described, where the pieces of the puzzle feel like they're working together, which is literally what Cassie, Hope, and Scott do in the movie as far as the trailers are concerned, right? We're a family. They say it in the Legendary Battle. Instead of having that cohesive update, you have this update where Ant-Man's really good on his own, MODOK's pretty good on his own, and then Cassie and Wasp are just garbage. and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, Wasp is not garbage. You saw her basically one-shot null stage 9. She's not garbage, but she's not that, like, there's just no way she's gonna compete, right? She's not, there's no tier 4 here. There's nothing, right? Like, okay, they increased her leadership. Her leadership is actually pretty solid. 30% attack, 20% defense, and 10% speed. You lose some of the attack that better leaderships like Cyclops, etc. give you, but then you trade that off for, I mean, not in Cyclops' case because he also gives you defense, but in the case of other leaderships, you trade that off, like let's say compared to Hyperion's leadership, for example, you trade off the 25% attack for 20% defense and 10% all speed. The defense, not as important, but that all speed can be very important, especially if your cards are lacking, because attack speed is very important for getting through your rotations, especially for certain characters that have really long rotations. But yeah, the rest of the build here, before I waffle on too much about the way they drop the ball with Wasp, it's kind of irritating, to be honest. I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential in this update, and it was just whoever, you know, whoever's responsible for road mapping this update, just they suck, basically. They're not doing their job well. Overdrive here. And then we have the artifact. This is the crazy thing. I bought the legendary battle, so we have the artifact. She's got a 13% increased damage to villains and heroes. We're not really going to be using it against heroes, but yeah. And then we've got a CTP of authority. I will be taking the CTP off her, not in this video, because I just really cannot bring myself to spend the full 600 crystals. I know it seems like I'm being petty, but they really did Wasp dirty. I genuinely want to see how hard she can clap with like a CTP of energy. You know what? I'm just going to do it right now. Whatever. It's only 300 crystals. I'm just going to do it right now. Yeah, whatever. Fine. It's fine. I want to see how hard she can clap with a CTP of energy, because it's just kind of boring otherwise, man. Like, what are you going to do with this character? She's not good enough to be PvP. Like, let's be real, guys. She's not good enough to be in PvP these days. Gore checks so many weak characters for PvP because of that second skill, and Wasp is just going to be basically a tier 3 build-up. She's just going to help another character build up their tier 3 because she doesn't have enough damage. She doesn't have enough tools to really take down characters and be a presence and a threat in PvP, right? Like, if Hulk can tank Adam Warlock, what is he going to do versus Wasp? You tell me, right? Like, Hulk tier 4 could tank Adam. You think he's not going to tank Wasp and just build up his tier 3, build up his tier 4? It's nonsensical, right? And she's Ant-Man. Wasp is at Adam Warlock without the revive, without the counterattack, without the high burst damage. So if you want to really dominate Mephisto, and you're struggling on stages where you can use either blast types or females, which are the only two categories that, and I guess fast movement speed, if there's a fast movement speed requirement for Mephisto, I can't remember. But Wasp is a very good support, lead/support. That's the one thing I will say versus Mephisto, and maybe you could make an argument for Jean, because Jean does apply a burn effect on some of her purple attacks that chips down your HP a lot. Having Wasp there to cleanse that, she also, why did I switch, bruh? She's also going to cleanse your tornadoes when you get hit by tornadoes. She's also going to cleanse the toxic puddles. So as a defensive support for PvE, I would say that she does have the ability to be very good. Okay, we missed the fourth skill, which is our accumulation. Holy shit. I'm like trying so hard to explain exactly what Wasp is good for, you know, knowing that she's not meta, right? And in the meantime, it's making it so difficult to play her. Okay, here we go. All right, we popped off. First rotation. Second rotation. Nice, we're in the next phase. Let's go. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. I gotta admit, this is not bad. We're gonna see the damage really pop off here. This is not bad. This is not bad, you know? This used to be the barometer. I missed my proc. This used to be the barometer. This in 39 was the barometer in 2021. Did I miss my proc again? I gotta get the timing down. I don't know if I missed my proc actually. Maybe. We gotta get the timing down on the third skill. But she has very nice burst damage. But yeah, the cleanse, for players who struggle to dodge mechanics of bosses, the cleanse is not really, like, it's difficult to underrate how good the cleanse is, right? The cleanse is pretty solid for that. So Yeah, you really have to do with that information what you will. It really depends on your play style. Oh, I procced? What the hell? Okay, cool. Okay, that was weird. But yeah, she pops off for like a casual 10 bars. Nice. Nice. 5 bars with, he's just doing the one skill, bro. I've been here the whole time, and he's done one freaking skill. That's crazy, bro. Do your little cutscene. Oh, no, you're not gonna do your cutscene? Okay, well, he's dead. We can do this in 2 minutes, and actually, we could probably do this a little faster. Nice. 3 minutes to spare, and we honestly could have done that faster. I think I missed a couple procs. So she could do it in under 100 seconds. That's actually pretty good. That's actually not bad at all. Again, the issue is, where are you going to use her? She's not a leadership, right? She's not a villain. And then you can use her on, yeah, I guess you could go 45, yeah. You could probably use her up to 49. That's not bad, to be honest, but again, you got Iron Man. You got all these other options. Let's see how fast she does 49. Well, this will be the last test here. All right, stage 49 Mephisto. This is honestly a pretty nice glow up for Wasp, but let's see how hard she pops off here. We had to downgrade from double support to single support with Cyclops. I mean, Cyclops is not bad, but yeah, there's just a slight delay cancel on 3. So if you were worried that it's hard to play because I missed my proc, it's really not that hard to play. You just have to be a little bit, you have to be watching a little bit carefully because she kind of like zooms forward, and when she zooms forward, that's when you want to pop off. Now we're gonna wait here because I want to pop off the 6th skill as well to get extra damage. Oh, did we go next phase? Let's go. She can do 49. Whoa, hold up, boys. Hold up. I thought this was gonna be way harder. Okay, that's 2 bars. Oh, we definitely missed that first proc then. That's... Whoa, hold on, boys. Hold on. She pops off, bro. What? Hold on. This is a lot better than I was thinking. Wow, what? And it's just a regular CTP of energy, and she's just casually coming in here and doing 49? With all that survivability? Nah, I missed the proc. No shot, I missed the proc. Oh my god. What am I... Bro. No shot. He's gonna cutscene me? No shot, I missed the proc. Yeah, you gotta get that timing down. She is very proc friendly. I'm making mistakes. Unfortunately, it happens from time to time, you know? Ooh, she is taking a lot of damage. A little bit worried about that. Let's go ahead and switch to Cyclops. She's just a little slow. I think Riri would have been a better switch there than Cyclops. That was kind of my mistake. But yeah, see, she also cleanses for Cyclops, which is quite nice. We're not going to... I think we missed another proc, bruh. Okay. Yeah, I gotta tighten up. My reflexes are feeling kind of soft today. There we go. That was a massive delay as well. The proc didn't want to activate. But yo, 7 bars. Just like that. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5? Jeez, bro. No way. I started the rotation early, bro. I'm just a walking. I'm sabotaging. I'm accidentally sabotaging her performance review, bruh. I didn't mean to do it, yo. Chill. No way. I missed a proc again. No. All right, guys. Wasp is good, guys. Wasp might be meta. What the hell? Like, that's pretty nuts, bro. 49 with, like... 49 in 2 minutes with this many... So she could do this with probably 2 minutes remaining. That's not bad at all, dude. That's not bad at all. Really? Is Riri carrying that much weight? Nah. No way. No shot. And with all the defensive stuff that she has... she could definitely do this in 2 minutes. I definitely missed, like, I must have missed like 5 procs. She can definitely do this with 2 minutes left. Bro, Wasp is good. Wasp is good. I think I think when you consider the totality of her value, like all the utility, right? Teammates get 20% HP. They get the cleanse. So you can use her as a very good defensive support / leadership. So I would argue she's probably as good of a lead as Cyclops is, except that you swap some of the offense for defense, right? Because 20% HP and that debuff is going to make your characters way harder to kill, particularly versus bosses like Mephisto and Jean, who have damage over time. And we'll see if Kang becomes a piece of content like a World Boss Legend or a GBR, and he does do something like that where he leaves a dot on you, a damage over time ability that can be cleansed, then this passive will have even more value. So I don't think this is a must-buy uniform, but I'm much more leaning to this uniform being like a recommended uniform, you know? Not a must-buy, but a strong recommendation, and something that you really have to look at and consider for your play style and the characters you like using and that sort of thing. If you absolutely have to use her in PvP, she probably pairs best with Hulk because of that HP, and you could use her on a team with Gore and you can get 55% HP to all allies, which is quite nice. But again, you're not even using her leadership, so I kind of find it like, you know, you're still using Gore's leadership. I don't find it all that interesting. Or you could use her as a lead with Jean and Hulk. But again, I feel like Gore's, like, is 15% HP worth the other stats that she gives? Right, that's really the question, because she gives 20% HP, whereas Gore gives 35. But Gore's just a much stronger character, and he can take down Jean and Hulk from time to time. So I don't even think it's fair to compare Wasp to Gore in that way. So yeah, I tried to go back to PvP value for a second there, but I don't really think it's there. Maybe Alliance Conquest, maybe, but you know, those people are a different breed altogether. So they have their own value system for what they consider to be good characters. Not throwing shade at them, just saying, like, you know, those people are dedicated. They're a different breed. Like they commit to the grind if they play AC consistently. So I have a lot of respect for them, but I don't, you know, I don't pretend to know everything about AC because I'm not an AC head. But yeah, bro, CTP of energy, she pops off, bro. Were you impressed with that? I was hella impressed. Damn. Okay. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Wasp. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.